So here we got 2 of these tubs of New Forest babies. These are the ones that made the cut, that we thought were a little bit interesting. I'll put some of them in a net so you can have a look, as they're pretty, a bit dark in there, as they're pretty chilled out anyway. And as I introduce them to this lot, we can have a nose, see what we've got. Right, there's some of the New Forest babies in there. You have to forgive the noise of the tumble dryer in the background. And let's try and scoop these out, because I don't particularly want this water. But it's a nice square tub. So time for some dodgy fishing and some dodgy camera work. So I've acclimatised them to the water of the tank by slowly introducing it into the tub. I'm hoping that wasn't as blurred as my eyesight suggested it was, but we shall see in a minute. But unfortunately, it is dark in here, because it's bloody dark outside. Quite sure why we still need to change the clocks. But as we're British, we don't really like change, so I suppose that's why we're keeping that tradition. What have we got now? Hard to do this with you guys looking at the same time. There it is, that must be the last one. Let's chuck it in there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all of them. Yeah, that's that done. So there they are. That's my pick of the New Forest. 2 shakes, and I'll start pulling some out and we can have a look at some of them. Right, so let me try and pull a few of these out for you so we can have a look before they get unleashed and mixed up with the Adam Byer stuff. Although I'm pretty convinced I'm going to know which ones are New Forest and which ones are Adam Byers, just on size difference and progression alone. Because I've pretty much looked at every single Adam Byer fish that I've put back in the tank, so I'm pretty convinced I'm going to be able to know, like I say, identify a New Forest fish against an Adam Byer fish. But there are some little belters. Let's have a look, see what we can catch. But they are tiddly, proper little tiddlers. But colour-wise, there's a few in here with some awesome colouring. quite sure what he's going to be. There we go, there's a couple. I'll say they are small, but colour wise and they have progressed massively compared to what they were. He's quite interesting. See what he gets like. I expect they're all pretty narked off, I should think. Yeah. Trying to catch this one. This one looks very interesting. Here we go. Interesting little fish. Look at the colour on this one. Fantastic. We've got some beans, I'll give them that. The temptation was to keep them in this net for a day or two and get the IBC up and running and get them into the IBC just to keep them separated. But I'm not too worried about where they came from and everything else. I just want them in. I just want them to get the to achieve the best they can, really. There's some lovely little fish there. I would have done this with the Adam Byer ones, but they were just like far too flighty. That's a lovely colour green on that, isn't it? Some of these Deutsche fish, I'm loving the little zippers down the back, which is probably why I chose him in the first place. It's quite difficult to tell what a lot of these are. Some lovely little chubs though. This one I absolutely love. I think he's a fantastic colour. I've got no idea what he's going to turn into. Looks a bit like a Shisui or a blue Shisui. But we just have to wait and see. He's too small. Another one with interesting colours. Ooh. I think, in fairness, some of these Ogons I could have probably left in the garden, because I'm pretty sure I've taken so many Ogons out of here already. If indeed it is an Ogon, you can all correct me in the comments. But I have taken out far bigger ones and left them outside today, so there could be a lot of those coming back in and populating the IBC. Look at these tiddlers. Again, interesting markings, nice scale pattern on this. I like this. you're probably shouting at me now saying, oh, why did you keep that? Or why did you keep this? And purely because I'm picking fish I like. I'm not particularly bothered about the size of it at the moment. Some of them are going to grow, some of them ain't. And as long as I like them, that's what's important, because that's why I'm doing it after all. He's pretty cool. I like him very much. He looks a bit like a throwback to a throwback straight into the net. A throwback to the carp that they originated from. Got me watch caught then. It doesn't look too bad. Interesting colours again. These are very interesting. I'm liking the petrol-y bluey green colour. It's going to be very interesting to see what they become. That looks a bit achieverish, that one, the smaller one of the two. Very nice. I won't show you all of them because we're going to, we're going to be running into a massive long video. Lovely little fish though. Considering what they were and how they were struggling, I'm quite happy with how they've progressed. They just haven't put on much size, unfortunately. Not when you compare them to all the others. So we'll just have to see how they grow. Very nice. So let's just do the honours and let them all out. This is going to be awkward one-handed. There. None left in there. Nope. Get rid of that bit of weed. We can keep that. That can go down there on the floor. So you would not believe that I've easily got twice as many as this outside still. But now at least I can see how they're progressing, and tiny tin there. And hopefully we'll make some progress. Now the water is a bit murky still from where I stirred it up, and to be fair, I've messed around with this a lot over the last week or two, so it ain't gonna be perfect for a while. And I've also been increasing the media content of my drum, so it now has 41 litres of K plus and 18 litres of K1. I chucked some more Byer balls in there, so I've got no balls left. But after watching Project Koi's video and discovering him showing this. Shout out to Project Koi. I didn't know anything about this, so I thought I'd give this a crack and see if we can get the filter up to speed. Looks like interesting stuff. Right, in the Oazi BioKick packet you get one of them. And 4 of them. I feel like something out of one of those 90s disaster or action movies where I'm going to unleash some kind of nasty pathogen into the world. But it's not. It's just filter bacteria. So we shall flip my lid and then we'll get that in. At some point, I will tidy this bloody garage. At some point. Hi guys, right, sorry about the lighting, you know, it is pretty dark outside and all my light in the garage is that end. So, but one of them. I haven't done this before, so there we go, push that in. Pops the end off. And then we have our vial of bacteria. Nice and easy, I like that. Flip you around. So, the old move in bed's doing what it's meant to do. That move. Needs a few more bubbles. But that's en route. Yeah, and I've still got my kitchen sieve in there. But this week I've added another, what have I added? Another 6 litres of K+. So as I mentioned, 41 litres of K+ and 18 litres of K1 in there. I want to get up to 50 litres of K+. The K1 is just old media that I have, so, but anyway, job in hand, let's get this, put this stuff straight into where it's needed. Now one of these is meant to do, I think it's about 10,000 litres, but it's harmless if you overdose. So there's probably about 1,400 litres in my system with this at the moment, so overdosed it will be if it comes out. My wrist action obviously just wasn't vigorous enough. There we are. Make sure we get it all out. As you can probably tell, I'm not a lefty. Don't use my left hand for anything, he says. Cool. We'll let that bubble up and do its job, and then do some tests on the water tomorrow and the day after, and then probably a few more a few days later. So just to end the video, I've just thought I'd do a few shout outs to some of the channels I watch and enjoy. Firstly, Twisted Koi. Vince, hope you and your good lady get better soon, and don't worry about us, we'll all still be here when you feel better and you're up to making videos again. Derby Koi, love your pond, mate. love your DIY stuff as well. A&C koi, fantastic pond. Really like that. Really like that. Nice and simple. Nothing too outrageous. Really do like that. Leon, budget pond keeping. Keep on doing it, mate. Excellent. Like what you do. Can't fault it. And Lou at the French Koi Connection. Love yours. Very entertaining. Love your pond and love the way you do everything. Do like your can-do attitude. It's fantastic. There are others that, and there's probably a lot that I watched and that inspired me to do the whole koi fry thing. So I've only been back into fish for back into the koi and things for a couple of years. I used to keep lots of predatory fish, predatory tropical fish, Amazonian fish, and worked in the trade for a few years as well, but kind of left it all behind. And the joys of COVID brought me back into it with a pallet pond I made for the kids last year. So here I am, back in it again, burning money like I've got it to burn. It's part of the hobby. But there are plenty of you guys out there who are, I think, possibly inspirational to people. And you know, if people can learn a little bit off of what we do and what you guys do, then you know, it's in the words of Derby Koi, jobs are good. I've probably forgotten a few. Crafty Koi, cracking, mate, keep going. And Koi Pond Lifestyle, you always make me laugh. Keep doing that. Cat and Eye Koi, love your engineering attitude and your engineering approach to everything, mate. Keep doing that. That's very entertaining. I think I'll leave it there for now, because this video is going to be mental long. I might break it into 2 pieces, so you might see this, what day is it? It's November the 2nd, so you might see this today, or you might see it next week. But hey ho. Take it easy, guys.